Something that completely messes with my mind. Driving down the I-5, and suddenly there is one child's runner sitting all alone in the middle of the road. And it looks like a new one. Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but my mind immediately, and I think it's part of the reason why I have the mentality I do, my mind immediately takes me to, how did that one shoe end up in the middle of the road? Now, there are many possibilities, one of which you probably thought of. Did the kid have his feet hanging out of the window and was rubbing his legs because he had an itch or something and one shoe popped off? I don't know. But then I'm thinking, let me just see what it is in American. It's 48 degrees at the moment. That would be 9 in Canada. It's 48 degrees at the moment. There are not two people that I know of or that I've seen driving around with their windows down. You know, it's not what you might call heat wave, where you've got all the windows down to do the poor man's air conditioner or something. No. So therefore, now that was an accident waiting to happen, as you probably gathered from my body language. I'll go back to the shoe in a second. There's a big truck that came scooting past me. And if you want to roll back a bit, you'll see it. It came at quite a speed. In the meantime, what you couldn't see was that in front of me, there was a mid-size SUV that decided to move into the fast lane without checking to see what was coming up behind at speed. How those two didn't collide, I don't know. You probably saw that on my face. Anyway, to go back to the shoe. So then I thought, well, okay, fine. If the kid did not have his feet hanging out of the window, then maybe there was a suitcase or something in the back of a pickup truck that fell off. You see, that's how my mind works. And then, of course, immediately I'm wondering, I wonder what happened to the rest of the clothes, because I got a feeling you would see some of the other ones. I don't think that was the reason. So if any of you got any other reasons you can think of why there'd be... Now, somebody could have been crossing the road, right? I think you'd know if you lost a shoe. Somehow, in this weather. So if any of you have got any other ideas that I forgot to think of, then let me know. But it is a great way to... I find it amuses me in my life, right? That I've got that curiosity. I don't just see something and let it go. I see it, then I think the fancy upmarket word is extrapolate. I extend the whole thinking, you know, and I go, okay, fine, how many ways can I go? And funny enough, that is a technique I always teach. You know, some of you know I work with some people who are doing interviews and stuff. And I have a particular system that I teach them in case anybody asks them a question about which they have absolutely no knowledge, or very little. Because that's everybody's biggest fear is, what do I do if they ask me something and I don't know anything about it? Well, you need an imagination to stay calm at a moment like that. And I actually have a system that I teach. And everybody that I've taught it to have thanked me for it, because not everybody got that awkward question, but I've had enough of them get asked an awkward question and they just went, wow, you know, Sal, if you hadn't taught me that trick, I definitely wouldn't have been able to talk my way out of that one. And I said, well, that's why I teach it. So I wanted to find out from my regular viewers and my viewers who might watch this, are you involved in something more than your day-to-day? In other words, do you volunteer your time for something like Dancember? Now, I know a lot of you follow Dancember with us, so that's, that's obviously part of it. But I was wondering what is the benefit? Because one of the things I always say to people is that understand the reason that we do these things is it definitely brings a benefit. It's not that we're just do-good people. We're not that noble. When I say that, everybody gets a benefit from doing something like this. Now, some will tell you they just do it for the love of helping, the less fortunate. But the truth is you get a benefit. And you might not do it for that reason, but you do get a benefit. So I was thinking, what benefit do I get from doing it? Well, obviously I get to meet the team again every year, which is very exciting to me. I love that. But also, I get to meet the Round the World viewers again every year, right? It's the only time that I connect with some of them. And perhaps one of the things I really enjoy about doing it is I get to manage. And I say I get to manage. It's really interesting because I've got a sort of group of people who have been helping me every year. And I was talking to Judy about this, and she had no idea that we did this. But I've got this sort of group of people that come in at different times, and I know I can trust them because they've been around year after year. And what I do is I delegate certain tasks, like the questions that always come up are, am I really Benji's mum? Well, that's an answer. So somebody gets given that job. Whenever that question comes up, here's the right answer, just copy and paste it, and that's your question. Whenever it comes up, it's yours. And then there'll be other sort of questions that come up time and time and time again. And I don't want to worry about those. I want to be dealing with the other stuff. So what I do is I have different people set up to answer different questions. And I want to thank you. If you're part of that team, I really, really, really want to thank you because it's so valuable to me. And, I've got them around the world. That's the amazing thing, that there are people around the world that help me. And I will need your help again this year. That's for sure. So to me, the joy, actually the other thing, I must be quite honest, the other thing is the apparent joy that people have from seeing me there. It was really interesting because for 2 years they haven't really seen a lot of me, because the year before last they had me sitting in a back room, which I know upset a lot of viewers, and then last year, of course, I was not well, so I didn't go down. But I was there doing the job, but I just wasn't at the venue. So I know it's just so funny when they get so excited because I'm there. And I want to tell you, I will enjoy that so much this year as well. I don't know why it's just so nice that so many people acknowledge me, I think is the word. I wanted to say love me, but I think maybe a couple do, but it's just like, I'm amazed how many people acknowledge my existence. And it's the same, as I'm certain a lot of you have seen, it's the same with Gramps, right? It's like they absolutely adore Gramps because he's such an idiot. in the nicest possible way. And he really isn't an idiot at all, of course. He's a very kind and generous, helping guy. And I am so glad that I, have got to be part of the family, to be able to enjoy them. Well, hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and one of the things I love about traveling is the people I meet. And I got to meet Mallory today, and her story is just delightful, so I thought I would just show you who she is and how she brightened up my day. It was so cute. All right, everybody, I just want you to meet Mallory. Isn't she lovely? Aww. And that's Michaela sitting in there. And they're looking after me. So you promised you won't tell my doctor what I got from the
I promise.
Snack bar. Shh. Yeah, you're right. I will keep really quiet.
What snack bar?
All right, so thank you for being so generous. I appreciate it. This is the first time that I've really been traveling with my sleep apnea machine with me. And I suddenly realized I didn't bother to actually pack any filtered water with me, because most hotels will have filtered water in the minibar. Well, this one doesn't. So then I thought, gosh, what am I going to do? Because if you use regular water in your machine, it actually creates residue and stuff that's not good. And I was thinking about it for a while, because you know me, I don't like to be beaten by something as simple as that. And I thought, I'm pretty sure that water going into an ice maker is filtered. So I'm about to find out. What I did, if I can show you, what I did was I got myself some ice, and I'm just going to let it melt. And I'm going to try that for tonight. And I will let you know in the morning whether it left a residue in my machine or not. So experiments, I love experimenting. Now this is something unusual in today's internet world. Normally the bedside light has some sort of connector where you can plug in and charge your phone. And this has nothing. And there isn't even a wall socket that you can plug in that I can see. So, guess what? This is when you go to your equipment bag and pull out. Now, the trick is I need to remember to take that with me tomorrow, because I need that tomorrow as well. Anyway, as you can tell, I come prepared.